4 months ago with my daddy from the great city of Jackson, Mississippi. Yes, sir. I am an M-I-S-S-I-S-S-S-I-P-P-I Mississippi woman. Born and raised, and my mama was too. Every morning she'd make her famous frog toe gumbo. But I guess now she's in that big kitchen in the sky. But she'll always be in my heart. My little old Mississippi heart.
Oh, that new girl, Ava, is like so lame. I mean, look at those pigtails. Like everyone knows I started that last year. Talk about copycats. Like, she thinks she's so great just because she's like from the South and can strum a banjo or like dance line dances or whatever. I mean, like, you'd have to if you lived on the prairie ranch all your life. And don't even get me started on that ridiculous accent. Like, this isn't the wild, wild west, sweetheart. This is Brooklyn, New York. Ugh, I just don't see why people like her more than me. Everyone thinks she's like this perfect angel. Well, guess what? Every angel has their dark side. It's true, because it was like in that Kelly Clarkson song.
Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mrs.Pepper.
This week we're going to start our historical literature unit and... All right. Before you let out your moans and your groans, let me finish. Since I've got more papers to grade than hairs on my head, we'll be starting the unit next week.
Yeah!
For the rest now, you can write some poetry. Quiet, please.
Dr. Seuss much?
What do you mean?
Like, rhyming poems are so middle school. And like, this is high school, BTW.
Well, they're my poems and I thank you very much.
Oh, yeah? Then what's this? I know you're stealing poems from this book, aren't you?
What? How do you give that back? You hear? I'm not stealing nothing from no one.
Not until you tell me what it is.
Well, it's none of your business, fancy pants.
None of my business? None of my business? Do you know who I am? I am Bridget Taylor, the most popular girl in the school. Everything is my business.
What part of quiet don't stick to you? You know what? That's it, Bridget, bring that book to me. And you two can see me after school for detention.
The mom's having a sale on extra sparkling lip gloss this afternoon. And I've got to try to practice all that. Okay, where the heck are you going to ride a horse in the middle of winter in New York?
I didn't ask for your input, girls. After school, 1 hour and that's final. Capiche?
Bell rings. See?
Jeez, you turn your head for a second and all hell breaks loose.
Scene goes black. Scene 2, after school in Miss Pepper's room. Bridget struts in wearing a big, expensive fur coat and big movie star glasses. Ava is already sitting patiently in the room, reading a Horses for Dummies magazine.
Look, Bridget, I'm sorry for yelling at you back in class. I feel like this mess is all my fault.
Say this, pigtails. This whole sitch is giving me a mage headache.
So you two showed, huh? Well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to start the party without me. You see, I parked my car a little too close to the Johnny pump, so the guys downtown towed it. You think they'd give a gal a break around here, huh? If I were in charge, I'd give a good boot to the rear. Anyways, no shenanigans while I'm gone. Capiche?
Capiche.
Mrs. Pepper leaves and closes the door behind her.
Where are you going?
The mall. Where else?
What? Mrs. Pepper told us to stay here.
Yeah, right. Look, maybe that's how things work in like Texas or where you're from, but here in New York, time is like money. And quite frankly, the time I'm wasting here could be used to find things to spend on, like at the mall. If you want to stay here, see my guest.
I'm from Mississippi. And besides, my mama, she told me sneakiness always leads you to trouble.
Whatever.
Bridget tries to open the door, but it's locked.
It's a sign.
What are you talking about?
From above.
Wow, you really are full of it, aren't you?
No, look, that sign says so right there. Doors locked automatically.
God, are you kidding me? And I thought homework was the stupidest thing this school had to offer.
Bridget sits in Mrs. Pepper's chair and puts her feet on the desk.
I like your sunglasses. I mean, even though it's winter, they still suit you.
What are you doing?
Making conversation?
I realize that, but why?
Well, I think we should put the past behind us and make amends. And my mama told me that conversation is always the party starter.
Okay, well, you do realize this isn't actually a party, right? And even if it was, I wouldn't be caught dead with you. Now what are you doing?
Well, since conversation is out of the question, I figured I'd look for my notebook.
The one Mrs. Pepper took?
Look, if you ain't gonna help me, I'd gladly appreciate it if you didn't make fun of me.
Sorry, but how could I not laugh? You're looking under a sheet of paper? But why do you care anyways? You can just like get a new one at the mall or whatever.
Well, if you must know, it was my mother in my scrapbook before she
what? Told you that you were too old for babysitting?
No, it was hours before she died.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
It's okay. Most people don't. They say I'm pretty happy for a girl whose mother died. Daddy says I get my sunny personality from her. She was always smiling in the pictures.
Look, if it helps, my brother had Mrs. Pepper's English class when he was in high school, and he told me that she keeps all the things she takes from kids in her desk drawer.
Thanks. Oh, rats. It's locked.
Well, Mrs. Pepper is really bad at hiding things, so the key should be... See? New Yorkers can hide a body in Manhattan, but tell them to hide something as simple as a key and they're lost.
Thank you. Oh, so kindly, Bridget.
Yeah, well, my horoscope said I was a good person, so...
Well, here.
What are you doing?
Since I was the one that got us into this detention and you helped me, I owe you a favor. Go on. It's the least I can do since I made you miss that lip gloss sale today. I'm sorry about that.
I'm the one one that should be sorry. If I hadn't been such a jerk, we wouldn't have been in this mess. I'm sorry. Your book is like your private property, and I totes respect that.
Scene 3, the classroom.
I'm really sorry I ran a little late. That's the last time I get my cousin Anthony to help negotiate with those cargoons downtown. Well, I guess you suffered enough. You can both go.
Yes! Oh, hey, Pigtail, come on. I'm taking you to the mall.
Wait, but you wouldn't want to be seen with me?
Hey, forget that. I know this place that sells lip gloss that tastes just like a Starbucks latte.
I will never understand this generation's obsession with lip gloss.